I'm so bullish right now. Why should anyone care if Bitcoin is trading at 20k, 25k, or 30k in the next few weeks if we're confident it'll be trading at over 100k in the next few years? This is the bottom. The small price movements that happen over the next few months are just noise. Stick with it, Anon. There may be a bit of pain and boredom left, but you're almost there. This is a tweet from an expert, Kaleo, on X, and somehow it's just so timely, since the crypto market is volatile and we're not sure whether the upcoming bull run will be sustained. What if there is a crash later on? But even if it happens, Bitcoin can offer resistance, according to crypto analysts. In August, former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal predicted that the stock market will soon form a bottom after witnessing corrective moves for some weeks. He stated that the S&P 500 would possibly enter oversold territory. Concerning institutional buyers, Raoul Pal explained that they will move in to buy the dip, hence establishing a market bottom. Additionally, at the peak of the sell-off, we'll be back to oversold conditions for the S&P 500, either this week or the next. Remember, retail money has been long this year, but the pros have not, and they will likely use this correction in equities to cover their deep underwater shorts and get long. This should provide a floor as to how far equities can fall, and we think that we already get there in the next week or two as the September seasonality starts to improve. Let's see, he said. Sticking to the technical indicators, the macro guru weighed in on Bitcoin, which had plummeted along with equities. He noted that the DeMark sequential indicator and the relative strength index suggest that Bitcoin will soon see a bullish reversal. Bitcoin came down over a week to retest the $25,200 mark. We just triggered a new DMARC Daily 9 setup today. These have worked well in the past, signaling a reversal in price. Additionally, with a current RSI of 20, yes 20, Bitcoin is the most oversold since June of last year. The RSI Raoul Pal was talking about is a widely used momentum indicator that is targeted at determining if an asset is overbought or oversold, while the DeMark sequential indicator aims to identify turning points in a market with a value of 9, suggesting a possible trend reversal. Well, these metrics do not make sense to an average investor who just cares about whether the price is up or not. Raoul Pal also admitted that the smart contract platform Ethereum is showing bullishness on the RSI indicator. Perhaps Bitcoin is the only currency that would be spared if a crash emerges. Ethereum might have a chance too. However, in the same month, Raoul Pal expressed his belief that the crypto market is like a black hole that sucks liquidity out of other asset classes. According to the tweet he posted, crypto is a supermassive black hole that eats all other asset classes. To an extent, this seems true, even though we don't know what's going through the macro guru's head when he stated this. In a new global macro investor blog post written with the firm's head of macro research, Julian Biddle, Powell noted that he expects Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana to rally in Q4. Looking at Bitcoin, the duo conceded that Bitcoin was in an uptrend and appeared poised for a new leg up. The chart of Bitcoin has been on a clear stair-step higher and feels closer to another big break higher soon, he said. Powell and Biddle also talked about Solana, adding that it has been testing the breakout a big inverse head and shoulders pattern, a price pattern that traditionally implies a slow trend to the upside. Also, the duo referred to the Ethereum Bitcoin pair chart as a rocket ship when it is zoomed out enough, but there is something worth considering. Raoul Pal seems bullish on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. He had expressed interest in the trio in the same way, and there was a time where he was so bullish about Ethereum that he wanted to sell his Bitcoin and go all in on it. Expressing his bullish sentiments, he argued that Ethereum is the better asset allocation for performance right now. This occurred 2 years ago, and at the beginning of that year, he topped up on his Ethereum holding, reshuffling his portfolio from a ratio of 80% Bitcoin, 20% Ethereum to 70% Bitcoin and 30% Ethereum. Then he took to Twitter to explain why he was very bullish on Ethereum. To be brutally honest, I stare at the chart of Ethereum Bitcoin and I see an enormous rounded bottom with a potentially huge breakout just above, he said. Acknowledging that Ethereum was a key piece of the DeFi NFT community, he said, when you price anything up in DeFi, NFTs, community tokens, or even metaverse worlds, everything is priced in Ethereum, including designers' time, etc. Ethereum is rapidly becoming the currency of the digital world, and Bitcoin is the pristine collateral and base layer. Powell went ahead to express his thoughts on his struggles with selling his entire Bitcoin holdings for Ethereum. He added, at this point in the risk cycle with Ethereum 2.0 coming, cheaper fees and less supply, I'm struggling not to sell all my Bitcoin to move my entire core position to Ethereum. To be clear, I'm a massive Bitcoin bull, but I think Ethereum is the better asset allocation for performance right now. The macro investor was not alone in expressing these thoughts. Peter Brandt, who is also a respected commodity trader, could not help but agree with his assessment. In response to Powell, Brandt said, Raoul, I see it the same way. Powell thinks that Ethereum is a big deal. 3 months ago, he noted that the Ethereum economy is the fastest growing economy on Earth, and suggested that Bitcoin and Ethereum should be seen as economies rather than just assets, each having unique characteristics. According to reports, Powell compared the Bitcoin economy to the Catholic Church, or the gold bug community, which strongly shields the integrity of its protocol and is resistant to innovation, while the Ethereum community was compared to the US economy, with a central bank that follows the rules of responsible policy to ensure value is upheld. He further acknowledged that Ethereum has a deflationary supply, which makes it attractive for investors seeking yield. Powell argued that the Ethereum economy presents opportunities for capital gains through private sector lending, NFTs, and the emerging layers of dApps, DAOs, social tokens, and Layer 2s. However, he is not trying to force Ethereum on anyone, as he emphasized the importance of investing time to find the best options, dollar cost averaging, and diversifying to avoid potential losses. Regarding other major crypto projects, Powell compared XRP to the UK, an old economy that lacks innovation and grows slowly. Solana was compared to South Korea just after the Asian crisis when its currency and equities market came tumbling. Solana presented an unmatched chance that outperformed both USD and SPX for 6 years. However, Solana failed to sustain the outperformance and did not stand the test of time. Powell concluded that the crypto ecosystem offers a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those willing to put in the work to navigate and comprehend it. Nonetheless, Solana seems to have taken a huge chunk of Raul's attention. Speaking at Mainnet 2023, he said that Solana will outperform Bitcoin significantly. Solana will outperform Bitcoin. The bulk of my investment is in Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., he said. Recently, the Real Vision CEO, Raul Powell, noted that the next crypto bull market is likely to kick off in Q2 2024, when the Bitcoin halving is set to take place. He is convinced that regardless of the hype surrounding the halving event, macro factors will play the leading role in sparking the next uptrend. According to him, the halving cycle coincides with the macro cycle, which implies that every halving so far has taken place in a similar macroeconomic environment. Regarding price targets, Powell avoided making predictions, giving that you get beat up over the head by people for not getting them right. However, looking at past performance, he believes Bitcoin could double or triple its latest all-time highs. There are always high expectations for Bitcoin to the extent that if a crash is set to happen, bullishness over Bitcoin would be seen at every corner. But how do we explain why Bitcoin tumbled from $69,000 to below $20K in a bear cycle? Wasn't supposed to spread its defensive tentacles. Simply put, no coin is immune to the demeaning effects of a crash. Bitcoin may not tumble like other cryptocurrencies, but it won't escape being severed. Plus, why are we talking about a crash when a bull run is set to occur? We should have our eyes set on 2024 and anticipate a turnaround. Hopefully a crash won't happen. But that is in fact going to do it for today's video. So make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.